All right, so this is a walkthrough for the coin drawer. So first thing is take the front wall, and you're gonna be putting the two side walls into the slots on the front wall here. So you put some glue right on these valleys. You're gonna pop that thing in here. And it helps if you kind of line it up with the first one, then feed it on in. And do the second wall, same thing, glue on the valleys. Pop that in a little bit, get it lined up. It's snug, some of them are gonna be snug. It helps if you put them on something once you get them lined up and push them down. Then you can kind of wiggle them a little bit to get them in. And then the next step is basically taking the bottom, you'll flip it over. It helps if you set it down on something, but what you want to do is put glue on all the valleys again, all the way along, and then line it up. Once you get it lined up, you just kind of push it all together. And then you want to squeeze everything, make sure all the joints are fully seated. Then flip it on its end and do the back wall. Same deal, kind of line it up. Start going, it may pop a little bit. You don't have to be scared as long as you got everything lined up. And again, before putting that one in, glue in the valley spots. Then squeeze everything together. There you go. This is the instructional for the card holder itself that the drawer slides into, the coin drawer. So this one is pretty important to separate out the pieces initially. There's two different types of walls, some with a female inset and some with a male. So the ones with the male on the back is the inner wall. So you want to separate those out and then make sure you know which side has logos if you care about that. And then there's differences on the top and bottom piece as well, where they're the same with the exception of the board holder slots on the top piece. So I'll set that one aside for right now. So we're gonna start with the bottom piece. Take the two inner walls and you're going to arrange those to where these little notches are towards the notches in the bottom wall. So those go in there and line up the first one, and then once you get it in, you can kind of insert it in there. And again, like all the other ones, you're putting glue on the valleys of these things before you put them in. So you take the second inner wall, glue on the valleys right here, line it up, push it in. And throughout this whole process, I mean, you're obviously cleaning glue up as it squeegees out. So next step then is going to be the top piece here. And you're going to have it oriented like this. You could have it like this. You don't want to do that because then your board holder is not going to line up properly. So you're going to have it oriented to where you got the notches facing the same notches as the bottom piece, and facing, from my view at least, the board holder is in the corner towards me here. So you're going to line it up again, put glue on the valleys of these pieces. You want to just start it there and start it on the second inner wall as well. And once you get that, you can kind of, it just kind of zips on up almost. Get it nice and tight on there so you get a good fit. And then we're gonna do the end pieces here. So this is one of the outer walls. I've got the logo on the top corner here, same corner as the board holder. So same deal. For this one, since you're pushing this piece in this way, I would put the glue on these valleys. And you're just gonna line it up, snap it in and zip it in, and then go back, make sure everything's tight. Again, wiping off any excess. Flip the thing all the way over. Logo goes in the top corner here again. Same deal, glue in the valleys, pop it all together. Make sure everything's tight. So, looks like that. And we're gonna flip it on its end and do the two back pieces. These are symmetrical, same pieces, but they do go in a specific orientation on these. So you'll see a larger feature right here, that's gonna go on the inner wall on this larger slot. And again, just kind of line it up, glue in all the valleys again. Pop it in, squeeze it all together. Same thing on this one. The larger slot goes in the larger one there. Squeeze it all together. So I got the back wall in. This open cavity is intentional. That's where the drawer will slide in later. And then you got the board holder. So this guy, you're gonna assemble this little peg into here first. I'd put glue on the flat spots right there. Push that in. And then you're going to glue on the flats there and the valleys again. And then you just line it up and push everything together. It helps if you're not pushing down on this because this has got a little bit of give. But if you hold underneath it and squeeze, everything will get nice and snug. So that's the card holder. So cards go in here vertically, and the drawer goes right in there.